Okay, let's get this part started. Batty, how you doing? How's your day coming along? So do one more run through here for points in skill combat, and then try to get another million into Plat Pool Arena. I'm at just over 9 currently, so we've got about 40 minutes, so should be able to do it. Should be able to. Oh dear. I need to finish with lights. That was a medium, so that one is not going to get me the extra points. What are you up to, Batty? What you got going today? Okay. Wow. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. Oh, let me turn that on so there's a little bit more light. There we go. Eating? What are you eating? Come on, dude. You can't just say eating. You gotta be a little bit more specific, man. Details. Details. So we got 2 more here, and then into the Plat Pool craziness. Roti with chicken? Okay, okay. Is that homemade or takeout or leftovers? You're probably like, just let me eat in peace, damn it. Stop with all the questions. Oh crap. Oh crap. Come on, just let me hit you. There we go, thank you. Oh, thank you. Homemade? Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, so we are done here. Used up a bit of energy. And now it is time to get this Plat Pool Arena done. And I don't think... oh yeah, we should have 6 stars available too. So once the Plat Pool one is done, we should be able to do a full run of 6 stars right away. Okay, so we got 43 minutes left. Yeah, 6 stars are available. Okay. Now, we're not going to use a 6 for here. We're just going to use the R5 5 stars. And let's get to it. Yeah, the R5s should take about 20 minutes. And that should get us the final million that we want. So let's get to it. Could run an attack. No, running an attack boost for the R5s wouldn't really have too big of an impact. Helps more for more so for the R3s really, but also a little bit for the R4s. Makes up a little bit for what they lose in overall attack. So what have you been up to recently, Batty? What is new and exciting? Oh, just new. Well, I haven't seen you for a while, so anything going on for you currently would be new to me. Exams? Ooh, fun times. Or maybe not so much, eh? Maybe not so much. Yes, have fun. How many exams do you have to write? I should have just stopped hitting her. Yeah, I was just giving her power for no reason. There we go. boy, I'm not gonna get anything. Well, okay, fine. Yeah, it was not going very well the other way. So. Are you still pretty active for the game? Like regardless of exams, or have you kind of stepped back a bit from playing the game? Now 2 should finish him, right? Yeah. Better. Although it's his L2, I'd need to be more worried about than his L3, really. So I'll do this, then I'll do the basic with the 5 stars, and then we'll probably do some summoner trials, because I'll wait until the R5s are available again this afternoon until finishing off the basic arena. Still fine in AQ, whatnot. Okay. Richard, how you doing? You hanging out at home, or are you at work currently? I want to get through these Blackpool ones quick. I mean, I don't think wherever I end up at where I am currently for the 9 million, I don't think at 10 it's going to make any big difference. But just because I had in mind to get to 10 million points, I do want to hit that. So, but yeah, we should be able to. We're not that far off now. I don't think. Yeah, I think it would take a fair bit more than 10 to get one of the top 300 spots. So I guess overall it's going to be kind of pointless, but meh. It's just time. You're at home? Very good. How was work? Work was work, I suppose, right? Same old, same old. I put 14 million points in the Blackpool arena. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm definitely not going to get that high. I could probably, in the time left, maybe get 1.5. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to... No, I wouldn't be able to put up 2. Putting up 2 would be pretty... Cutting it pretty close. When I first saw it, though, I was planning to put up 20. And then, as I was doing the other arenas, I'm like, you know what? No, I don't feel like doing any more arena than need be. I think I ended up with 770 units from the Blackpool crystals, so that was decent. Yeah, if this had landed on a Sunday, probably still wouldn't have wanted to. But yeah, if the Blackpool Arena had started on a Sunday, I would have definitely done more than what I will be doing here. I can get to my L2. Yeah, I will be able to do that now. Oh, that's interesting. He didn't auto block. Okie dokie. Oof. Adam, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Just got to your desk? You're online, not aware of it? Yeah, I've only been live for 15 minutes. Just getting started, finishing off the Platpool Arena, and then we'll get into the featured arena, and I will leave the basic arena until later today. I could... Oh, you son of a gun. I could probably do... I don't know if running all of my 5 stars aside from the R5s, I'd be able... No, I should be able to get 4 million. But doing the R5s, getting that 1 million points is really quick with them, so... I guess I could do 3 million with the non-R5s and then finish it off later. Maybe that's what I'll do. Although I do want to get some more points up in the Summoner Trials. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Going good. Just waiting for the food, and shall I then hop? Sure. Yeah, let me know when you're ready. And oh, well, I may as well set that up now then. Well, actually, I'll finish this off and then I'll set that up. Because every time I go to have somebody in voice, I always forget what setting it is I need to change. It's only one setting, but I should just make a note of it. Although even if I made the note, then I'd still be like, is that really the one? What kind of food are you getting? Yeah, I gotta say the same thing to you as I did to Batty. You can't just say you're having food. You gotta be a little more descriptive, man. Come on. No problem, me too. Just started around my desk. Okay. Okay. I think... No. I will need to go through all the R5s. I was kind of thinking that I might be able to get away with not using all the R5s to get this last million, but I'm going to need all of the R5s. They've all got to put in the work. What are we at? About 33 minutes to go. Okay. Yeah, definitely got enough time. Ah. Oh, yes, huh? There we go. I'm thinking I might start bringing in Mole Man to AQ rather than Shang Chi. Don't know if I want to bring him today. No, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll use him today. Okay. Okay. Okey-dokey. Ooh, okay. Ooh. I was thinking I was going to be pushing her L3 and I wasn't going to be able to finish her off with that regen, so that would have been not so good. Although I don't think her L3 would have finished me off, so we were probably good either way, but still. Didn't want to take the chance. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me get the Discord set up for the voice. Okay, get out of there. And there we go. And bring that in. Make that change. I think that's all I need to change. Yeah, I think that's the only change I need. Okay. So it should be good. Discord sound is there. Yeah, so whenever you're ready, just go into the voice lobby, and then I'll drag you into the streaming voice channel. Batty, who is having roti chicken here. Yeah. So there's an Indian restaurant right downstairs from where I am, and probably once a month, maybe twice a month sometimes, I'll have takeout from there, and I'll use the like I don't eat all of the curry or the other sauce usually with the meat. That's this the sauce that the meat is in. And then I'll use the sauce later on to cook other stuff. And I called this past Sunday, and they've closed. So I was like, uh-oh, what am I gonna do? But already there's somebody else has taken it over, and it's still Indian food. So, and I checked the menu, and it's majority the same stuff. So it's okay. Crisis averted. Yeah. But yeah, I got worried for a little bit there when when it looked like I was gonna have to figure out a different way to start cooking my stuff. All right, so we got the plat pool ones done. Well, as far as I was planning to go. I don't think 10 million is going to get me top 300. If it does, that's going to be kind of interesting. But anyways, and then we got about an hour and a bit to get through the 6 stars. Ooh, and then into summoner trials we will go. And that is the plan. Come on, man. I can't even dash back to save my life, literally. Parasite, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Ooh. Okay. War season is supposed to start next week, right? The off season is usually just 2 weeks. I want to get Penny maxed out at rank 2 before the season starts. I don't think I'll be using her. Oh, that was a little bit too slow. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use her offensively, but could probably put her on defense. I don't think anybody in the BG is currently using. Oh, his L3 could. Well, no, it wouldn't finish me, but it would take me pretty damn low. I was watching the Eternals, going to the theaters again on Sunday. Okay. Was it like? Can you stream it already? Or did you download it? So for what you'd seen, you think it's worthwhile going to the theater for? Today you're having some butter chicken? So making me think that maybe I want to be ordering the the Indian takeout a little bit sooner than I was intending. You download it? Okay. Is it just like a cam version? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh geez, that didn't do anything. Wow. Man, that damage reduction that he takes is pretty nice. Aaron C, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you, Aaron C. How's good old Toronto? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. And that should do him in. Yeah. That does him in nicely. What's new and exciting for you, Aaron? It feels weird saying the name Aaron, considering that's my name, so it's weird. It's like, wait, am I talking to myself? I'm not sure why the rating is so low. Maybe because it is not as the regular MCU movies. It is more oriented towards natural life and Marvel timeline. I felt it so connected. I think like people have a negative view of it, but I think it's just because we're not as familiar with those characters as, and I don't know if it's that it's those characters in particular, or just that it's not what we've become accustomed with, like the Avengers, Thor, Iron Man. You know, so it's a brand new team all of a sudden, right? But I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? Like, how else are you going to get used to the new characters unless you're introduced to the new characters, which that's what this movie is. So I'm gonna watch it, but I don't. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to the theater this weekend for it. But yeah, I'll probably download it. Well, whenever. I might just wait until it's on the streaming services, just the same as Venom. I miss Tony Stark. I've been working a lot and also burned out from MCOC stuff, so I'm not as active anymore. Yeah, I think that's the case for a lot of people. For a lot of people. And unfortunately, I don't think that the way things have been going in the last little while for them, it's really not incentivizing people to stick around or to come back. The way that Summoner Showdown thing went, and I'm not even talking about the bug, but I mean, I think there were many other bugs that were affecting players. That was, I think, probably the one that was the most obvious. But I from what I saw of it, I'm pretty sure there was a couple times where people were going to decks and stuff where it just wasn't doing it, and that's a little bit harder because watching it, you can't really, say, oh, that's what happened. Whereas the Miles thing, well, yeah, the character's supposed to work a certain way. It didn't work that way, so that's easy to spot. But also the way the scoring was, and it's also seeming a little bit like, which I don't think it's anything new, but that Kabam is pretty shady and pretty dishonest about things. Yeah, because they kind of left the guy out to dry with the Miles thing, or out to hang with the Miles thing, which is pretty uncool. Like, they could have addressed it when the premiere was happening. Like, they could have had the fight go and then just had a little interlude, like, oh, just so you know, this is not the way that was supposed to work. But they wouldn't want to do that because that would be them admitting fault and showing that their game is broken. So instead they make it look like somebody doesn't know what they're doing. Not a good move. But I think we'll really know what the community feels like depending on how their Cyber Weekend sales go. Every character in the past MCU movies had a backstory first, then they form a gang war or something, but this movie had so much story to tell and they started directly as a group. Yeah. Which makes sense, right? Because the Guardians, or the Guardians, the Eternals were made as a group in a sense, so... Guardians was also a brand new team and they were loved instantly. But I think for the Guardians, they were probably better known from the comics than the Eternals. Possibly. I remember when Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie was out, there was something that I saw and somebody was saying, it wasn't so popular because he wasn't a very well-known character. I'm like, I think Iron Man is a pretty well-known character. He might not be as popular as Spider-Man, but he's definitely a well-known character. I mean, after the movies, might be even more popular than Spider-Man now, but yeah, I think the MCU movies, Iron Man, yeah, I don't know, Iron Man or Thor would have probably been, no, probably Captain America would have probably been the most well-known character. Prior to those movies. I guess Eternals is a similar kind of risk Marvel has taken, just the way they took while launching Iron Man 2008. Now they are going for future characters with multi-hero and so forth. Yeah. Like, for example, I think the Blade movie will be hyped up because, as well, some people suggest that the original Blade movie with Wesley Snipes is what really kicked off the MCU. Yeah, the MCU. I don't think they attribute that to superhero movies in general. So I think that one, when we see the next Blade movie come out, that's going to be hyped up. Even though he's not that big of a character, like if you say Marvel characters, it's not like somebody's gonna jump out and say Blade right away, right? It's gonna be Spider-Man, Captain America kind of thing. I don't think She-Hulk will be, and I think that's a TV series, not a movie, but I think that will be kind of anticipated. I think what it is just that the Eternals looks different than what we're used to. But hey, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. You know, I may end up liking the Eternals more than I like Dune, because I have no expectations of the Eternals, whereas Dune I was really hyped for. Ugh. I don't know if I'd be as hyped for the sequel for the Dune movie, knowing how the first went, but I think the second one would have more of the action, because it seems as I'm guessing what they're probably going to do is like I found the first one to be pretty close to the 1984 movie. So I'm thinking probably what they would do is the first one would have been the first half of the 1984 movie, and the second one would be the second half of that one. And the second half is where a majority of the stuff happened, really. And if they go beyond that, well, then it would all be brand new to me. To be honest, I like the Eternal storylines more than any of the other previous storylines of Marvel. Felt like it is attached to normal life more than a superhero film. Okay. Bam also nerfed Icarus right before we all got to play with him. Oh yeah? Okay. Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to any of the. I haven't been on the forums and really at all. I used to check the forums probably once every 2 days. Now, maybe not. Man, maybe not even once a week. Okay, so let me bring you into here. All right. Okay. There we go. So we got Adam in the streaming voice channel. He's got his mic muted currently, but once he unmutes it, we should be hearing him on the stream. Wolf, how you doing?
Am I audible?
There we go. Yeah, I can hear you. You're a bit. Oh, let me turn off the music. You're a bit choppy, but I can hear you. Okay. So
I
how's it
hope the
going?
Discord noise suppression is working fine, or is it too
Okay.
noisy at my end?
Nope, I hear you fine. And yeah, there's no background noise, so it's all good. So how's your
Na-
food?
Yeah, just arrived. I'll be eating that after a while, not now.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
in my day. Actually.
Well, you could go eat first. You don't have to go enjoy your food
No,
while it's hot, right?
after your stream,
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing some work and then I'll be having my food. So
Okay,
it's like
okay.
a routine already set.
So did you cook it or did you order it in like as a takeout?
Generally, I get from the takeouts and deliveries.
Okay.
When there is when there is such pandemics like or the consequence of the pandemic is lockdown and all, then I cook it in the in my own house.
Okay. So do you cook much yourself or not really?
Not much, not much, but yeah, little bit of cooking.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
that skills under my wings, else I'll be really.
Very good. Very good. So and you're like you're up late because you're working or you just happen to stay up late.
I happen to stay up late, and it's not like late. It's like I have to fix my sleeping cycle actually.
Mm.
I'm in India, but following the time zone of USA, that's not good actually.
Yeah, that could be that could be kind of rough.
Not even good actually. Yeah. Like, I guess right now at your end, it should be between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I guess.
Okay. Okay. Very good. They even copy all the dialogues of the 1984 movie in it. Yeah. Forums are good for seeing the latest embarrassing combat. I don't. Sometimes with yeah, I don't. I don't know, man. I really don't think that they should have him uh, as a representative. Like, not. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be an employee, but he's a very bad communicator. Not necessarily bad communicator, but he is a bad communicator. But also, he doesn't come across as very open to things. I think. Yeah. They've got a couple other forum mods that I think do a much better job. But maybe the background end of things that he does, he's much better with. But yeah, I don't think he's very good for the forums at all. I feel kind of bad for the guy because I'm sure he's trying to do the best he can, but I just don't think he's suited for that at all. And I mean, fair enough because also communicating through text is difficult, right? Especially if you're like a sarcastic person or something, it can be very difficult to get that across through writing as opposed to speech or if it's a visual media. But yeah, who cares about eating when solar streams online? There you go, Parasite. Not one in particular, just every time he posts before thinking. Yeah. Do you do much on the forums, Adam? Oh, maybe he's gone to enjoy his food. Can't blame him. Bad Mike is the reason I stopped following the forums. um, so it wasn't his. It may have been his response, but I think it was the Kabam team when I don't even think they responded. But there was the petition that somebody had written, posted on the forums, um, and basically Kabam came back and it seemed as though they were suggesting, we don't really care what the community thinks. We're just going to go ahead and do what we're going to do. Um, yeah, I thought that was a really bad. Now, people could say, like, okay, well, they can't go and respond to everybody on the forums. It's like, oh, we want to talk, but um, they were suggesting that they had quite a few people that were in agreement with their viewpoints and stuff. And I was like, you don't necessarily have to take the time, like a day meeting or anything like that, but at least show some respect and concern. Oh dear, oh, got away from that quick. But yeah, I don't think that was Kabam Mike in particular, but there was a post from somebody just asking, like, how are things going? Because it didn't seem it was going well. Like, I don't think they ever said or I think they may have said they felt the game was in decline, which I think is fair. And Kabam Mike's response was, "Oh, if I had a nickel for every time somebody said the game is done," I'm like, dude, that's not the way to respond to that. Either don't say anything, or just be, like we value your concern or whatever, but we feel things are on track for where we want them to be or something. But I was just like, what a rude way to respond. Bamboo doing these monthly guides on YouTube are excellent. Yeah, yeah, and she's not bad to look at either, if you know what I mean. Dan, how you doing? How you doing? Um, so I think both from the videos, there was one of the videos where she was talking about the side quest, which it wasn't very clear to me, but it wasn't necessarily her. It was just that side quest in general. But
Am
her
I
posts
audible
on the
now?
forums. Sorry.
Am I audible now? I was talking
Yeah,
and
you had
yeah,
muted
I
your
see that
mic.
my mic was dropped by the OS automatically in
Oh,
that.
I've done that. I've done that a few times for sure.
Yeah, so regarding that forum, I do take a look sometimes, and recently what I saw that yeah, Kabam Boo is taking care of it. I mean, I'm not sure well or not, but she's taking care of it somehow. That
Yeah,
I can say.
yeah. I'm not sure if I don't know if they're like if she's kind of a replacement to Kabam Mike or just another forum mod or community manager or whatever. But she's much better at it than Kabam Mike, I think, for one. Um,
Yeah.
and so
I would
I
assume it's
what's that?
the addition to the. I would assume that it's an addition to the team of
Yeah,
their forum team. So yeah, maybe Kabam Mike is exhausted or something like that. I don't know.
yeah. Well, he's also been there like from the get go too, right? Like at least from MCOC. Um, I don't know. Ooh, well, we got a few people coming in for a raid. Let's see here. We got Wild Inferno, Justin Bimore. I already saw Dan, Will W, Jinx. All right. Well, Mr. Perklerkins, thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. How's everybody's Friday morning coming along? I don't see Mr. Perkins himself though. He hasn't made an appearance quite yet. Um, yeah, I think Kabam Mike, at least as far as MCOC, I think he's been there from the get go. Um, I don't know how long prior to MCOC he would have been involved with Kabam. Um, but it feels to me that like Kabam Boo, this is her chosen career kind of thing, like as a social media representative type of thing.
Rep-
And whereas Kabam Mike feels like it's somebody who just fell into it.
I guess Kabam Mike will be, or maybe he has more background of technical side, but he has been assigned this task to take care of the community, and
Yeah, it could be.
he's at the front to take the heat and whatnot.
Yeah, it could be. He had a rough morning. Who Perkins? He's kind of tilted. Mr. Perkins was
I
quite
just
angry today. Uh oh. What happened for
on
Mr.
him. Yeah.
Perkins? Mm,
By
Go
the way,
drop
I
into.
see the option sharing the desktop, and this gives me an idea. Like I remember Relentless, and you were playing the Incursion.
Mm-hmm.
Someone or the other partner can share the screen, and if you adjust your stream, you can accommodate both the screens in your stream. I think that will be more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Regarding the
Regarding what?
incursion game mode, and also the new game mode which is about to come. I mean, putting both the screens in the stream, it seems very exciting to me. A
Mm-hmm.
nice way to put it. Both
Yeah.
two players are clean. You know.
So some people, when they're like Enzo and Lefty, when they're doing incursions, like they'll both be streaming it. So you, as a viewer, you could have a tab up with each of their streams. Um, what I wanted to do, but I don't think my computer would handle it. So let's say, for example, if you wanted, you could share your phone screen on Discord right now. So what I wanted to do at one point was have it so that I would have the YouTube stream with my phone screen, and then also sharing what you were playing from Discord. The only thing is for me, doing that would overheat my computer. But the other way you could do it is if somebody were streaming on YouTube, you could also share that YouTube playback on your YouTube stream.
Right, right, right.
But yeah, no, I think that's absolutely like a good way to do incursions because it'd be
Because
better.
yeah,
Like I think it would be
yeah,
better
yeah.
than somebody having to have two tabs up, but being able to see the gameplay on one screen. The only thing with that is if they're both YouTubers, they probably both want to be streaming. Um, well, I mean, I think you would be able to, yeah, you because they
This
should
yeah, this
both be able to
feature
share
is
the screen.
already there on feature is already on the Twitch actually. Oh,
Hmm.
taken the name of that other platform, but I hope that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, both the streamers are on the other, apart from the YouTube, other
Hmm.
platform. They have that feature. Obviously, that platform is more streaming dedicated, and YouTube has that feature of streaming that's there. But yeah, I've seen that they
Yeah.
have it. But yeah, YouTube is also investing in shorts as far as I got some news. So it's like if you are streaming and you want to get a clip, so you take a clip and that automatically gets posted in YouTube Short, and they are streamlining and integrating all these streaming features
Yeah.
with their own
So
products.
I just posted the URL for the person on voice chat. They've got a Twitch channel, so if anybody feels like they want, they can go take a look at his Twitch channel. And that's Adam. How do you say your last name?
Anim Banerjee.
Banerjee?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I wonder if well, I think when we see that 1v1 game mode introduced, we'll probably see a lot more people um well, there are quite a few people who actually do incursions and stream that, but I think we'll see a lot of people streaming the 1v1. Um, did
Yep.
incursions with him today? Maybe not the best time to do it. Oh, the incursions didn't go too well. Quote for Brian: "If I knew that my phone wouldn't break, I would hit it with a hammer 100 times." Well, shit happens, I suppose. Oh, like a head-to-head view. Very interesting idea. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so actually, after I was doing the streams of the Summoner Showdown, because for that, what I had the Summoner Showdown live stream in my stream, and then I had my gameplay uh, in the top corner. So you could do that for like like if you had two people that were streaming to YouTube, you could do the same thing there. Um,
Yep. No,
but
I mean,
again,
other way around, if you can somehow bifurcate your screen and adjust it out. I mean, that's also one way to do it,
mhm.
because top corner, it it um it has to be a little bigger. I mean, so
Yeah, yeah,
those small.
yeah. No, if you were doing the incursions, you just have the two playbacks basically the same kind of size.
Yep. Yep.
But I think I could do that with if somebody were streaming on YouTube. I could. I've never tried it with Discord, but I'm pretty sure if I were doing it on Discord, it would my computer would end up crashing. It would work for a little bit, but yeah, it would be too much for my computer.
I think
But
YouTube taking the cutout of that screen as a display source, then YouTube has its own. I'm assuming that you're running it or open the stream on a Chrome browser that has its own decoding overload on the CPU,
mhm,
versus just taking the screen sharing from the Discord, making it as a video source, putting it on the OBS,
mhm.
maybe has a little less overhead on the CPU, but that's
Um,
my
yeah,
ending there.
yeah, yeah. Man, Falcon, how you doing? Yeah, no, it's something that I would have to try because I'm just thinking about it now. Like, so if I have both Chrome and Discord open, it's oh, I did not want to do this matchup. It's it's taxing on the system. If I have just one, it's okay. So if I have just Discord open, it's okay for the computer. If I have just Chrome open, it's okay. But having the two of them open is usually not good. So got hit there. Dude, I used to be fine with evading her L2, and now I'm getting hit by the second beam all the time.
Watch out!
Uh,
Oh,
you're too late with the warning.
yeah. Yeah, there is no
Mhm.
crackers happening because although it's the last day of Diwali festival, but we have some restrictions to take care of the environment, and it's only a 2 hour window for us to fire up some crackers. So yeah, less noise.
Okay.
By the way, I read the news the other day that US is bringing a bill to um make this Diwali festival or a particular day of the Diwali festival as a national holiday. So
For in the U.S.
in the US, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
See, one more holiday for the US and for us also.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? There's a pretty big Indian population in the U.S. Um,
Also in Canada, I mean, in Canada is also a good Indian diaspora presence is there, I believe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. In Ontario, in particular, there's well, a lot like from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. Actually, I think Toronto has the second largest Sri Lankan population outside of Sri Lanka, or Tamil population in particular outside of Sri Lanka. Yeah, well, I mean, both Canada and the U.S. are pretty diverse. Um, Dexter Boss, been a busy man working nights, so don't get to catch too many streams, but he gets to the important streams. That's what matters. Time zones are against me now. Yeah, we get. I don't know if the U.S. already changed, but Canada changes this weekend. Um, yeah, and it's kind of funny because they were making a big deal about it on the radio about, oh yeah, you got to turn your clocks back. I'm like, who uses a clock? Now everybody's got their smartphones, so everybody's just, and the phones are going to change on their own. Um, so it's really nothing to pay attention to. Your phone is just going to change the time. You're going to wake up, and it's going to be whatever time your phone says, and there you go. It might look a little darker or brighter than normal, but yeah.
Yeah, this question was asked to Elon Musk in one of his interview that do you wear a clock or wristwatch? And he was like laughing and I have a mobile phone which tells the time. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. So, I was a little bit slow to the smartphone game. So I've only had a smartphone for about 6 years, 8 years. So previously, I always had a watch, and if I left the house without my watch on, I'd get like 2 minutes out of the house and I'd feel weird, and then I'd realize I didn't have my watch, so I'd have to go and get my watch. And probably about a month into having a smartphone, I was like, well, there's no point in having the watch. So yeah, I haven't worn a watch in 6 years now. Uh, yeah. I think now, if anything, watches are more for style, not for any real function. Um, and then you have like
Yeah,
the
collectors are there. They collect old watches which are from the 1960s and 80s timeline. So
mhm,
they are there. But yeah,
yeah,
I do want and I do wear wristwatch because if I'm going out for some occasion or whatnot, yeah, it gives a kind of like complete. I'm wearing complete, apart from my
mhm,
clothes, so it gives
right,
me that kind of completeness feel.
yeah, yeah. I think we're the ones need more holidays at the moment in the UK. Yeah. Adam, the air quality outside is quite bad. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
True. In our capital city, the complaints are already there. Like they are in some portions or the parts of the city, people are complaining about itchiness in their respiratory system, but
Okay.
I'm sure that will go off. It's just like this Diwali festival may have acted as a catalyst to degrade the air quality, but it's fine. I mean, I hope that the system or the what they say government system should try to invest and improve how to make the air quality better. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, as I was looking in the news in the city of Glasgow, I think recently there was one summit. I'm forgetting the title or the name of the summit
Yeah, I think
where
it's called
more than
COP
10 countries.
26 or something.
Yeah, yep. So many countries has committed very good milestones towards the same cause. Um, it's up. I mean, I am seeing it in a very optimistic way. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, for where I am in Canada, the air is usually fine, especially in the winter. Like it's crisp, it's clear out. But in the spring, summer, um, it's not so much. Well, I guess it's pollution, but it's not like pollution from vehicles and stuff like that. But we end up with forest fires, and man, so we end up with like maybe a month, 2 months of where the skies are kind of orange and you don't. It's not, the smell isn't too strong, but sometimes depending on the way the wind is going, it will be pretty strong. But like that's just 2 months. But living like that, like year round, oh, that would be tough. But I guess it's kind of what you're used to too, right? So uh,
Yeah, I think if I go out from the country, I'm sure I'll get good quality air for a while. Not like
mm-hmm,
I'm criticizing my own country, but yeah, that's the fact.
mm-hmm,
I do not have to assume it's statistics are there for sure. So that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. I remember being in Beijing, and I went. The majority of my time in China was in Beijing, but I went to uh, northern China for a bit. And as you get further and further out of Beijing, the sky clears more and more. uh,
Yeah. Yeah, this reminds me that as the year is coming to an end, yeah, the Chinese festivals are gonna kick in
mhm,
as the winter starts, as they say, the
yeah,
winter is coming. So yeah,
yeah. Maury, how you doing?
China will China will see a good amount of snow in their northern region. I'm sure
Hmm.
the Canada also. Canada has a. I mean, Canada it's normal to have snow, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's. I suppose the only place in Canada that wouldn't they would see snowfall, but it wouldn't last very long would be Vancouver or around the Vancouver area, or the coastal BC. Pretty much everywhere else, you're gonna have a fair bit of snow, and it's gonna be there for a while. But coastal BC is pretty temperate, so you'll have snow, but it won't really stay very long.
I see.
What was the result of the round two null? Somebody yesterday was suggesting it was 80 million, but I haven't seen anything. And the site I normally use, I don't know why, but they don't post the results of the 6 stars for the second round. So unless I see a screenshot of somebody that got 80 million and got the champion, yeah, I wouldn't be able to say for sure. So where do you live in India, Anam?
I live in the eastern part, or not very east, but in the east side of India, and the state's name is West Bengal, which
Okay,
is really the neighbor state of Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Okay, okay. And what's the population roughly of your city?
That's a GK question. I have to Google it out, but
Okay, no,
definitely
that's
more
okay.
than a million for sure.
Okay, okay, yeah. Would most cities for India would be over a million though? No.
Yep, yep. I mean, I guess the stats would be like even in a district or a province, it's over a million. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
at the scale. But
Yeah. I
again,
remember.
in India also, still, if you see, there are some landscapes or um, space of land which has not been utilized yet. So
Hmm.
that's the condition so far.
Yeah. 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 I remember. I was going through China. I think it was Guangdu, something. Okay, I can't remember how to pronounce it. But the population of the place was like 9 million for the city. And I remember somebody being, "Oh, this is a small city." I'm like, "What?" That's like a third of the
So I
population of
that-
all of Canada.
Yeah, I think that would be Guangdong, where all the
Yeah,
electronics hub is there.
yeah,
Shenzhen, Guangdong. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I guess they were saying small compared to Beijing or Shanghai because obviously those are much more populated. But
Yep. Yep.
um, I've expected the population question from solar. Then comes the weather, then the food. We've already gone over the food, and I think we kind of touched on the weather as far as like the breathing, the air quality. So we've got most of it covered. Parasite. Uh,
Yeah. So this festival is also an indicator that the winter is coming in India. Actually, it's kind
okay.
of like March. So okay, now the winter is about to hit India,
Hmm.
uh, and let's see how the climate change has impacted. Whether it will
Hmm.
be, yeah, the predictions are there that in our capital city or the northern region of India will observe much more drop than the last year.
Okay.
So let's see.
Hmm. So what would the normal temperatures be for your winter?
And the winter, about, I mean, the mean average is about 4 to 6 degrees Celsius,
Okay. Okay.
but it can go, or the lowest would be this time it can go below 0 degree. So in the minus also.
Okay. And what would the summers be for heat?
Summer, uh, if I have to say the average, that would be 45, 46 degrees Celsius.
Oh,
But
wow. Okay.
extreme would be 49. And even there are two different way to express that. What I've seen is,
Mhm.
one is how do you feel? So there is a kind of like feel temperature. So
Okay.
it can go 50 or 51, but what is the actual temperature, so to speak? It's like around 48, 49. That's the
Wow.
extreme end.
Okay. And for that kind of temperature, how long would that last? Welcome back, Bimor.
Ah, yeah, 2 to 3 months
Oh,
until unless a rain or the pre-shower comes,
okay.
monsoon pre-shower.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't care for the heat, so that those are temperatures I would not like at all.
Yeah, because I remember you went or had spent some time in Nepal, right? Somewhere,
Hmm.
Kathmandu or somewhere. So Nepal, India, they go through similar kind of uh, weather or
Right.
climate
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was in Nepal. I think it would have been like end of September, beginning of October, and I think so. The night I got into Kathmandu, it was raining like crazy. Because I remember being in bed and I was getting over jet lag, but I really like thunder and lightning and stuff, and it was crazy. Like the rain was coming down, there's thunder, there's lightning. I wanted to get out of bed and go out and see it, but I was just way too tired. But yeah, most of the time there it was it's pretty decent the weather.
Oh, now I see the question on your stream. Which one champ has had made the biggest impact to your account? Mine is Ultron and the Beardo, Captain America, Infinity War.
Okay.
These two guys have really given a good upper hand for my account. Otherwise, I was struggling with my progression also.
Mm-hmm. How Ultron? How so?
After the buff,
Okay.
Ultron, that bleed and the functions, when I started to understand that okay, this is how you play the Ultron,
Okay.
then I started taking advantage of Ultron and then uh, Captain America also.
Okay.
Infinity War especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's pretty good. And then the higher you
Oh,
have
so
his. Go ahead.
mhm. Yeah, I was just reading the chat on your stream. Justin asked where. Oh, I misread it. Okay, where I am in Newtown, near the DLF1. If you happen to know, Justin. So there is a big commercial office space called DLF1. So nearby that.
So I think yesterday we were talking a little bit about streamers and streamers from India. Is there, and you were saying for the most part you're usually watching North American or American streamers, but is there any Indian streamer in particular that's like pretty popular?
In general, there are some really popular streamers.
Mm-hmm.
Out of one, on the top of my head, the name is Carrie Minati. Um, he is pretty popular and he plays different games, PC games,
Okay.
and he does other um, mass communication media related content. Not exactly that from the studies perspective, but yeah, he has its own, let's say, mini series. So he acts in it or writes some
Okay.
shorts and
Okay.
all those stuff.
But what about for MCOC in particular? Are there any big streamers?
COC in particular, I do not, I do not have any names, and because I do not came across anyone such. So
Okay.
yeah, there is no name or
So what I'm hearing is you need to start streaming for MCOC, and
I,
then you'll
yeah, I
become the
mean,
big one.
yeah, once I get to Thronebreaker, I think after that, I think it will be good for me to stream.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm still very lacking behind in the progression. I mean, just um, being uncollected and not over a month also. Let this
Okay.
November pass and let's see how much I progress in the game.
Okay. I would say Cap IW. I've had the 5 star since like the beginning of Act 5. I got a science gem from the Mutant Island side quest. He's been Max Sig for a while. My favorite champ in the game too. Okay, really? Okay. I think he's a really good champion. I don't see too many people speaking negatively about him. The one thing I think would be a drawback for him is just that he needs that high sig. Um, and before I got him duped, I liked the block proficiency, and that was kind of it. And then the damage on his L2. And then after getting him duped, I don't really see the use of it that often, but I know it is useful. Um, like I've never used him specifically for encroaching stun with a skill champion so that he's not going to get stunned or something like that. But yeah, I could definitely see where that awakening comes in handy. I like him on the team more for synergies than anything else, really. And I do use him in the science quest for EQ a fair bit.
One thing I noticed with Captain America while I was uh, attacking Unstoppable Colossus, yeah, that he can shrug off the Unstoppable buff, and so that's one of the positive point which I see with Captain America Infinity
Yeah,
War.
yeah. So long as he's got a kinetic charge, he'll bypass the unstoppable. But if he doesn't have a kinetic charge, then
Mm.
you can't do anything about it. But so all you
Yeah,
need to
and
do
this
is
war machine. Yeah, and this war machine which you are playing, I think it has good armor rating. So if you do not have a good block proficiency, you can have a good armor.
mhm, yeah. Oh, I don't think my L2 would finish this. So we're gonna have to hang out for his. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. We have morning assemblies in the heat, and children sometimes faint in this heat. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. Cap IW is the most expensive champion. Needs high sig, higher mastery, and a complete synergy. No. I don't think you need to run him with a synergy team necessarily. I don't. The only synergy I would take for him would be a cosmic, just so he can get the armor break. Um, Other than that, I don't really. I take him to benefit others as far as synergy goes. I don't think. Yeah, there's nobody I take to benefit him. Well, Nick, I would pretty much always have on the team anyway, so he's always going to get the shrugging of debuffs. Um,
Well,
but
after
yeah,
reading the comment of the parasite, I have to put this disclaimer that the praising for Captain America Infinity War is coming from a 6-month-old player. So yeah, definitely there are a lot more champions are there who are better than that. So I'm just growing my roster, and based on the roster at this point, I made that comment regarding uh, Captain America. So yeah, that really boosted my account. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's going to have different perspectives, anyways, though, right? It doesn't matter if you're new or you've been playing for years. If it's a champion you like that benefits you, regardless of what somebody else thinks, it's still a champion that you like that benefits you. Like, I mean, you've got some people that like Kamala Khan, right? Whereas others, if they pull her, they want to cry. So, or for example, Vision. Um, People may pull Vision and be like, well, this is not a good thing at all. And then after seeing Happy McMuffins in the Summoner Showdown using him, that might really change people's opinion of that character. So
No, no,
yeah,
Vision is good actually. Power control, and yeah, he's
yeah,
good champ.
yeah. But no, you never need to apologize for liking a champion or finding a champion useful, even if somebody else doesn't find that champion useful. One big example, I have no use for Quake because I can't play her properly. I totally get that she's a great champion, that people can do crazy things with her, but she is never going to be my go-to. Now, that doesn't mean that she's a
Yeah,
bad champion. It's just not a champion I'm going
yeah.
to utilize.
Yep, yep. I remember the last year's showdown. There was one contestant who played with Quake flawlessly, and I was like, "Okay, this is Quake." I was flattered. I mean, very impressed by the gameplay. Also, I'm I'm forgetting the name of that player, but yeah, the
Yeah,
last year,
Anger, the
2020.
guy that won, right? Anger Danger.
Yes, probably. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He played one match with Quake, got no hit, and the concussion and all those buffs were getting debuffed on the defender, and he was evading like it's a butter swap. I mean,
Mm, yeah. Uh, For me, it's 6-star Mags and 5-star Professor X made Act 6 and 7 easy. Okay. Let's see here. Parasite, he's top 2 science champ behind Torch. I can't really speak about Torch much because I only recently started using him. But what I've been using him for so far, I'm quite liking him. um, it's crazy. Like I've known that people like him. I've known that he's a good champion, but didn't have him as a 5 or 6, so never used him. Got him as a 5-star a little while ago. Took him to rank 3. Was thinking to take him to rank 5. Got the 6-star. Took him to rank 2. Used him for the Science Quest, this EQ, and for the Dragon Man boss. And I've used him a little bit outside of that. And I'm like, oh my lord, what have I been missing out on? Yeah, I am really liking Torch. It's funny because I had no idea that I had tried to get him, whether it be through featured crystals or dual crystals, and I just never did. But I wanted to use him for the abyss, but never. The one time I did use him in the abyss was a 4-star, so it wasn't really a fair uh, representation of what he could do. But yeah, I am really liking him so far. But yeah, I'd say the science classes. Well, no, you do have a couple champions in science that are really good for where you would use them, and then you've got a couple that are good team champions like Mr. Fantastic, Cap IW, but you've got iBomb, Torch. I think Void has really fallen off. I think he's still good. It's just that there's champions who do a lot of what he does, and they do more. And then they might be suicide friendly too. But no, there's definitely a few champions for the science class that are top notch. Omega Red is the most expensive champ in the game. Yeah, because you really want him at high sync for sure. And
And also the gameplay, I mean, the person is playing who's playing the character. That also matters because I'm still looking or searching or I don't know seeking that skill of where it's called as pro player moves. Like if you dash back and then the defender is or the AI is more aggressive, so it comes to you and then you start with the light attack. I'm still not able to, achieve or enhance my skill set to do that gameplay. I'm not sure where I can encounter that gameplay and start practicing it. That's one more thing which I saw in the showdown that they do that. Especially, um, I hope I can take the name correctly. Swede.
Today, yeah,
That's how.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He
yeah,
does that. Swipe back, start with the light, and the punch will land correctly at right time.
yeah. Um, so I think a lot of that though is practice and then just having the confidence that it's going to go the way you expect it to go. Um, but for
No, I see
intercepting,
you playing that move actually. For sometimes I've seen you. You can play that move. So I was really looking
yeah,
into that. It can
it,
happen, or
yeah, it's
when it
it's
can happen.
yeah, it's a practice thing and just a feel thing. Um, I don't think it's really something that, yeah, because I don't know if that's something that you could
Oh, I think
learn.
Parasite said that name backdraft intercept
Back,
or
yeah,
something.
backdraft intercepting, yeah. Um, like for me, especially for arena, I just find it quicker and easier just to parry, do a bunch of hits, parry, do a bunch of hits, and the fight is over. But I think that's one of the reasons why you see some players that are just super good at the game is they spend a lot of time practicing different things, and and that makes a huge for anything in life, right? If you're spending a lot of time practicing, it's going to make a huge difference. But I think that's it too. And then watching the way the AI is going to interact with what you do and so on and so forth. So all of those kind of things, yeah, it's going to come over time. It's definitely not something that's going to happen right away.
Yep.
Um, I'm a 5-year-old player. I've had Cap for like 2 to 3 years. He's my favorite champion in the game. I've always used him. Yeah. Um, so when I first got Cap by W, he was my best 6-star when I got him. Best overall and best for what I could put him to use for, and that was for the 6-2 champion fight. That last 10%. Without Cap IW, I either wouldn't have gotten through it or it would have taken a ton of resources because I was not going to be able to do the dash in, dash out nonsense. So I just had to block through the L1 and dex the last hit of the L1. And the only way I could get away with that was with Cap IW. So yeah, without him, I don't think I would have. Eventually, I would have gotten through it, but it would have been very costly.
Yeah, Solar. I have a question for you.
You have a question for who?
Solar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a question for you, and
Okay.
that question is: Are you happy and relaxed right now?
Am I what?
Are you happy and relaxed right now?
Like for the game or just in life?
Just in at the moment while playing
Mm-hmm.
the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going too far for that, but yeah, just playing the game at the moment. Are you happy and relaxed?
I'm relaxed. I don't know about happy.
Okay, you can read the last comment from Parasite.
Let's see here. If Solar is happy and relaxed, he plays like no one is better than him, but mostly he just played to finish the content. Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, there's a ton of people. There's a ton of people that are better than me. And basically, science is very behind. Every time I pray that I don't get a science, very few champs to be good compared to other classes. Which science champions do you have, Parasite? Because yeah, my view on science in general has definitely changed now that I have Human Torch. Um, and I realize like it's not like he's a new character or anything, and nothing that I'm seeing with him is something that people don't already know. But I just had no idea. There's not many good science champs. Storage Cap, I Bomb, Void, Thing, and Mr. Fantastic are pretty good. Invisible Woman is good too. It's just that she's slow to get going. But once you get her going, she's slow to get going, and you have to play her a very particular way. Like you can't be parrying with her at all. Um, but yeah, she can really pump out the damage.
One of the champ I started liking is that is Doom, right? Doctor Doom.
Mm,
No,
okay.
that's Doctor Wood. No, I started liking Doom after
Okay.
the buff actually. So it's pretty nice because when you are invisible and you have given all the charges or pretty much a good amount of charges on the opponent, and then you go invisible and do your heavy. It's like quick kill.
Well, are you talking about Hood?
Oh yes, Hood. Sorry,
Okay.
I messed up the
That's
name
that
in
that's
Doom and
okay.
Hood. Hood.
No, once you said the invisible, I'm like, well, that's not Doom, but yeah. But I figured
Yeah,
I
yeah.
figured you meant Mystic within the Mystic. Yeah,
Now you see
yeah.
how rookie I am.
Um, I took Hood to rank 2 not because of himself, but because and I don't use it. Well, I don't use Ghost much anymore. But I figured if I were going to use Ghost, and I'm always running suicides, so I would possibly have Hood on the team sometimes. And if need be, he'd be good to finish off a fight here and there if Ghost already died. So that was really why I took him to rank 2. But I have not used him. Since his buff, I have not even read the info. Um, the only thing I've noticed with him since his buff, and it's only fighting against him in arena, is that he'll become invisible quicker than he used to. And it used to be on his awakened ability, when his invisibility was on cooldown, he would be stun immune and he would power and life steal. But now I think that's while he's invisible. So, but I'm not sure because I do need to read his info. Um, but when they first buffed him, his regen was crazy, which was a mistake. Like it wasn't supposed to be like that. But oh man, I thought he was going to be so good.
Oh, so Wood, sorry, the Hood got rebuffed or buffed second time.
Yeah. So, well, no. So with Hood in February, I think it was, they buffed him. People didn't like it. They didn't like the buff, and I think it was that they changed his stagger or removed his stagger, something like that. So then they reverted him back to the way he was initially. So then basically there was no buff, and then uh, June or July, he got buffed again. Or yeah, buffed. No, not buffed again, but buffed because they buffed him, they reverted him back, so like no buff had ever happened, and then they buffed him again.
I see.
Because there have been other champions where they've buffed and then increased the buff later on, but in Hood's case, that's not what happened. It was a buff reverted to his original state and then a buff. So, things. Let's see. I was comparing with other classes. Quake isn't on the list. I hate Quake, stupid chap. She's only a 5-star. She's gonna fall off very soon. I legit can't wait till she can't do stuff at Act 7. With you, Parasite, like Ghost, Mags. Ooh, I'm a fair bit behind. I don't have a torch. I want to really. Oh, I'm sorry, more. That's very unfortunate. I don't like. You don't like Omega Red? Too much investment? Fair enough. Fair enough. I think I, I really like him because of running suicides, but there's just I don't know what it is. There's something about him in general that really appeals to me. So yeah, just overall, but yeah, I really like him with suicides. Um, Backdraft intercepts are the toughest. Forager, how you doing? My top prestige champ is Torch too, but comparatively, I don't feel like there are many champs in science class who can be a regular day to day. Very few like Cap IW Quake. Yeah, I think I would agree with that for the day to day. Because the science champion that I have on the team most often is Cap IW. That might change with Torch now. No, I might use Torch for farming 536 a little bit. Um, but yeah, outside of Cap IW, there are not many science champions I would use very often. The champ that changed my account was Corvus. I unlocked suicides early, so Corvus was a cheat code in Act, War, and Questing. Yeah, I could definitely see that being a top answer for that question for a lot of people. Yeah, he definitely would have made a change for a lot of people. Colossus is a game changer post buff. He does so much of Act 6, and Archangel is a cheat code too. Yeah, Archangel though is with specific conditions, right? Like they have to be bleed. You have to be able to bleed and poison them, and if you can parry them, it helps. That's not as much of a necessity as being able to bleed and poison, though. Because if you're good enough, you can counter their heavies and stuff like that with your heavies. But it's like you'd expect a mutant to have insane special power damage, unlike Omega Red. Yeah, but Omega Red's damage is just from the spore, so staying close to the opponent, really. Okay. So I think I got caught up.
I'm yet to open the suicide mastery. I see a lot of, almost everyone in the community has unlocked it and playing, yet to discover that and to see and understand how the suicide mastery actually enhances the roster, and especially with Corvus.
So I feel that if you're not doing arena a lot, they're still useful, but I think outside of arena, it's not as much of a necessity. Some people will say you need them on in general just to increase your damage. I only feel that way as far as arena goes. But there are champions. So every champion they're going to increase the damage of because that's overall what they do. Um,
Yeah.
but there are some champions like Omega Red, Corvus, where they're going to increase the damage like everyone else, but because those champions don't take all of the detrimental effects from suicides, so they end up doing even better. The reason why they're so good for Corvus, they increase his damage like everybody else, but also Corvus being not taking damage from bleed, so he's going to have the poison and the bleed, but because you're going to have willpower, while he's got the bleed on him, he's going to be healing up from it. And so that's where the benefit is to him outside of the damage side of it.
This also goes good for Nebula, I think,
Yeah,
because
so
she do
for
not has the poison.
right. So for any robot, they're not going to take the bleed or poison damage at all. They'll still take the recoil damage. But then also for robots, willpower is no benefit to them. Because
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
So it's like enhancing your crit damage or something like that.
Yeah, here, I'll show you where they are in particular. So it's not so much the glass cannon. That's the first mastery in the tree, but it's not necessarily like that. Isn't necessarily referred to as a suicide masteries. It's more recoil, um, liquid courage, and double edge. So liquid courage and double edge, you end up with a bleed debuff and a poison debuff on you. So you end up ticking down because of that. But it's really the recoil that's the big effect because every time you throw a special, you're going to take damage back because of it. Um,
Right.
the
Mm.
Liquid Courage and Double Edge, you can get around that with champions who are immune to either bleed or poison, or robots who are immune to both, or Ghost who can phase the debuffs, or Kitty Pryde who could phase she doesn't phase them off, but she'll phase and not take the damage from them. But yeah, so you're going to take damage from them, but your attack increases. So,
Yep.
if ever you want to unlock them, I think the best time is during the gifting event, because you can trade the cores. So like during the gifting event, usually what people will do is like, okay, I want 5 energy refills, so I'll send you 5, you send me 5 back. But you don't have to trade item for item. You could just trade the value. So you could trade a value of 1,000 units. So you could send somebody greater gifting crystals, and in return they could send you the cores, so that it's just the value that you're trading. So why I think it's best to do it during the gifting event.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that will just accelerate my ability to unlock that
Right.
masteries.
Yeah.
Still, I have to get some few more mastery points because I have not completed the Act 4. So I'll get a few mastery points from there also to
Yeah.
unlock it.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
code also. I need to
Yeah.
get the code.
Yeah. So the cores can be pretty expensive. I think just unlocking the ones that you need for recoil, double edge, liquid courage. I think you're looking at about 5,000 or between 5 and 6,000 units. But usually just before the gifting event, they'll have offers with discounted cores as well.
Yep.
But before you start putting points into the recoil or into the suicide masteries, you want to make sure you've got at least 1 point in willpower, because that will allow you to heal back some of the damage you're taking from the bleed and the poison. But yeah, outside of the, like, I think when I unlocked them initially, it was during a gifting event, and I wasn't doing arena. So at the time, it was more just to kind of like what you were saying. People talk about them, blah blah. So you wanted to try them out, see what it's all about. And then when I started doing arena a lot, I realized how beneficial they were for that. And because I do arena all the time, that's why they're always active. By the way, wasn't the solo event supposed to start today? I think the solo event, like the objectives, those have already started. And then the side quest, that started already as well. Unless there's something else you're referring to. But yeah, there might have been more stuff supposed to be coming. Is Rotten sleeping after doing the null grind? Yeah, I couldn't blame him if he is. Oh, I think yesterday was his last day of work for a few days though, so he's probably just doing something more fun than sitting in front of his computer. And then I think he had his birthday celebration coming up Saturday. So he's probably got some stuff to keep him occupied. So, how long have you been playing, Anna? About a year?
No, not even a year. I think I started this year in April, mid-April. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
still a long way to go. I mean, April, how much? Not even 6 months, and I am just happened to have the uncollected title. So
Okay.
still
Okay.
long.
So this gifting event, this will be your first gifting event then.
Yeah, any event happening in this year is the first event for me.
Right. Okay.
The Friday or this November 29th one, July 4th. Yeah, all these events were first time.
Okay. Hmm. Did you spend any money for July 4th?
No, not no money on that event, but yeah, I do take that what's that sigil. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably more beneficial for a newer account than an older account, really. Because for a newer account, like the resources that you get, they're going to be put to use pretty quick. For an older account, I don't know how useful the. I mean, extra resources are always good, but I don't know how much of an impact they would have. Um, but I think yeah, for a newer account, that would probably help to move things along a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Because the way I discovered this game was I was unable to sleep at night, and but I was scrolling through Play Store. Usually people do not scroll in the bedtime. And then I happened to see, okay, there is a Marvel game. So I downloaded it and then I started playing. Then I, yeah, kind of liked it. So then I went
Okay.
for Sigil uh, ticket or whatever they call to buy from the store. And yeah, I just stick to the Sigil,
Okay.
nothing more.
Yeah. I don't feel that like the July 4th Cyber Weekend offers, unless you're at a higher progression title, you're paying the same amount, like for the Odin or less, but what you get is I don't feel of the same value. Um, so yeah, unless you're Thronebreak, I don't know if it's really worth spending that money. But to each their own.
Yep. Yep.
I told him it was overkill. He didn't listen. It was grinding. Well, if it's a champion you want and you got the time, you're just gonna go at it, I suppose. I thought my grind for Omega Red was overkill, and I'm really glad I did what I did. Because if I had gone any less, I would have missed out, and I would not have been able to do round two. So I would not have had Omega Red duped.
Oh, so the tech advancement event is on now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think though. I think depending on progression title, I think you might see different solo objectives. Let me just check because I
True,
don't. I might.
true.
I might not have tech advancement, but if I do, I'm gonna max out Penny at rank 2.
No, no, it is not solo objective. It's the event which circles right in a
Mm-hmm.
period interval. That
Yeah. So I
that's the one.
yeah. I'm at solo event, not objective. Oh yeah. No. Okay. So I've got it too for tech advancement. Very good. Oh. Hang on. And we've got level up in 2 hours. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, and I'm gonna do level up with tech advancement. Excellent. And
True, true.
I
I'll not get the level up because I already got the level up before the hero use because of this uncollected twisted sequence of
okay.
event. Yeah, so you are getting at the right time actually.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be able to. I should be able to max out Penny. Let me see. Because I didn't have very much tech ISO. Ooh, I still don't have too much tech ISO. Well, I'm gonna get her close, and then I'll just use whatever other class. Okay. Very good. Very good. I have to head out and do an exam. Don't worry, I already studied. Well, good luck on the exam. I'm taking a break from Arena till December. Just grinding milestones, not even going for shards. Okay. Okay. Are you taking a break from Arena Parasite because there's nobody that you want, or you're tired of Arena?
Yeah, that arena is I'm still struggling to get a 4-star Shang Chi from the current arena which is running. It's on the
What are you at?
2.5 million, but
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
right now
today
I'm
is
in 600k or
date.
somewhere.
What's that?
Right now I'm at 600k points, but
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'll be able to put 2.5 million, but still 2 days to go. I think I can
Okay.
put it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, because it's the basic. So what do you need to get the 4 star from the basic? 2.5 million.
But yeah, 2.5 million,
Okay. So if you're at 600, uh,
which is day one. In day one, I
yeah.
able to add 6,6500K. So yeah, I'm not
Okay.
sure in 2 days if I keep that rate, I'll be able to touch 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to do some boost.
Yeah. Are you running all of your champions?
No, not all. I mean, 4 star, 5 star, 6 star. So I have only one 6 star, and I have how much? Not more than 25 5 stars, and out of those, only one is maxed out. So yeah, still the roster is still growing and pretty much in an infant phase right now.
Right. Mm, What is okay? Yeah. So that caps out at 4 million. And you're at 600, so you're at milestone 3. So you need one, two, three, only 4 more milestones.
Yeah, I've done with the 650 milestone. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So if you could do, so you would need to make up a little bit, but if you could do 800,000 a day for 3 days, you'd get there.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, you should be okay. I don't have a field to grind. Maybe taking a break. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. What? Another server maintenance? We brought down servings 8 p.m. on Tuesday. The team. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, up to 4 hours. Okay. Wow, that's It's been a while since we had maintenance back to back. Interesting. Okay.
Which means they might
Oh
have encountered some bugs or something like that, probably.
no, this maintenance is to implement map 8. Map 8, and I think we also get wait, what we're on day
Okay.
2, right? Yeah, I think no, we're on yeah, so day 1 just finished, so we're on day 2 would be Friday today. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So that's for AQ map 8. Okay.
And this time, I think this maintenance is happening on Tuesday, not Wednesday,
Right.
generally, which
Yes.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally it happens on a Tuesday. The one for the Wednesday was because of the event quest stuff. Well, it was to implement for the story quest, but they wanted to happen after the event quest had gone updated. But yeah, normally it's on Tuesdays. But that could be a long one if it's 4 hours. Damn. Okay. Yeah. That's the regular maintenance. Yeah. Mm-mm. It's funny though because we go through like they're not very consistent with it. Like sometimes you'll have this where you have 1 week maintenance and next week maintenance, and then you go for like almost a month or 2 months without any maintenance. So I guess it depends what it is they're doing though too. And then we get variant 8 next week as well. Lots of fun and excitement.
Yeah, in this month, I have observed that when the new EQs dropped, there was no server congestion. I mean, my game was not dropping or lagging. So yeah, this month I saw a smooth transition between the months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually for the monthly EQ, it's okay. It majority of the time when there's any issues, it's when they're introducing something new, or if they are making changes to War AQ. That's usually when it's problematic. But the month to month changes are usually okay. Sometimes there's issues, but those are more reliable. So do you have any friends that play?
Nope. I mean, among my friends, they do not play this game specially. Either
Okay.
they are PUBG Mobile or on PC with
Okay.
some other game. So, and I also feel like it's not good to convince them to play just because I want to do incursion and whatnot. So, nah, I censored and restricted myself doing that. So, yeah.
Okay. So there was one time, uh, it was a couple of years ago. I was on the bus and I was heading to my brother's, and I was almost to the point where I was getting off to go to my brother's house. And I look over, and the person in front of me on the bus was playing this. And I was so tempted to say something. I was going to be like, "Oh, so who's your favorite character?" But yeah, I didn't say anything to them. Yeah, I thought it
No,
was
you
so
can.
weird.
Uh, what short talk, small talk.
Yeah,
That would
small
be a good
talk.
one.
Yeah, I think that. But the thing is, that's funny. So I play the game, but I think like if somebody saw me playing, I think they'd think I'm like, what the hell is he doing? So that's why I didn't say anything to the person because I was thinking if I said I played the game, he'd probably think I'm crazy. And then after I got off the bus, I was like, wait, he was playing the game. Of course he wouldn't think I was crazy. uh, but yeah, I thought it was because I don't really feel that there's that many people that play. Um, I don't know if there's even like I think um maybe 1 million people. I don't think it'd be much more than that. So considering like
Maybe because it's a mobile game, so you will not be able to see as many mobiles. So that's why it gives the impression that many people do not play it. But I'm sure it has a good audience and community strength. It just happened to
yeah,
have that see the mobile who is playing and who is not.
yeah. So a couple reasons why I don't think there's that many. Um like
Well,
you
I
can
think the conversation is going in that direction where if you say there are not many, then this connects with the voting event which happened between Guillotine and Ant-Man.
yeah, so that's kind of one of the things. Like I don't think there's that many forum accounts, which okay, that's fair. But one of the reasons is Seaton is the biggest YouTuber for the game. I think anybody who plays the game, they might not be subscribed, but I think most people who play the game are probably subscribed to Seaton. He's over 300,000 subscribers, which is a fair bit. But I figure he's probably anybody who's going to subscribe to a YouTube channel, they're subscribed to him. So let's just say there's another 100,000 or 200,000 people who aren't subscribed to him who play the game. So that would leave you at 500,000 people playing the game. Then when you consider that um, Red Deadpool arena where the top 1,000 were going to get him, and when you look at how low the scores were for people that got him, so there were a lot of people that just had no interest or just didn't go for him. And then also well, yeah, their revenues too. So a couple of years ago for Cyber Weekend, they had the highest revenues of any mobile game, um, and I think it was like
Okay.
at 7 million or something like that, or 27 million. There's something seven, which is definitely a big number. But if you think of it, if there was at more than 1 million people playing, now, not everybody would necessarily be spending, but I figured for Cyber Weekend, July 4th, most people are probably going to spend $10 to $20. So if you've got revenues of 27 million, that would be, and let's just say that there's 1 million people and everybody spent $30, right? So there you'd be just to make the numbers easier. Um, yeah, so I don't think there's 1 million people, and I don't even know if there'd be seven like three quarters of 1 million playing. But then again, I don't know what it'd be in comparison to other mobile games. DJ, how you doing? I found today I'm an idiot. Why are you an idiot? Sorry, forgot your break. Wait, how did the exam go? Daylight saving time. The in-game clock will be set well back when blah blah blah. Okay. I think there's definitely enough people playing to keep the game going, but
Yeah.
um,
And I think slowly the players from India is also catching up with the game or discovering this game.
mhm,
So yeah, in my suggestions and in my feed of YouTube, I see that okay, some of the Indian players are also producing content with over this game in their regional language also.
mhm.
So yeah, they have a
Yeah,
growing audience, I would say that. So
yeah. I think they. I don't know. I still kind of feel that Kabam, like the company, is focusing on this game less. Um, and I don't know if that's just because they have a specific timeline in mind for the game or because their revenues are decreasing. But I feel that they are putting less and less effort into this game. Um, and I mean, the game's 7 years old, so for a mobile game, that is a pretty pretty lengthy time.
good length, yeah.
But I think the game is going to be around for quite a while. I don't
Yep.
know how frequent the updates will be. We're still going to see the monthly EQ. We're going to still see new champions, but I think in a year or two we might see that happening not as frequently. But we'll see.
As long as Marvel on the top end, they keep producing the content and movies, I'm sure they will get good um, data to make a content out of it.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing with that though is that the more popular Marvel is, the more likely you're going to see different Marvel games. This would still be one for sure, but as Marvel pumps out movies, the likelihood of different titles based on Marvel characters is going to increase.
And as the saying is that the more innovative you are, the company's progress is pretty much stable. So with this new game mode and the state of the game, as the people says, and yeah, it is a bit broken. I guess they are taking a bit of a risk here, but they have to take that risk with this state of game and introducing this new game mode.
Yeah,
So definitely they have to keep their innovation rate up. So I mean, people get intact and keep playing this game.
yeah, yeah. I hope the head to head game mode works out well. Um, the
Yeah, and
like,
And they haven't released any list of rewards also, so it's still like speculation and guessing work
mm-hmm,
going on. I hope
mm-hmm,
it comes as a good news regarding the rewards for that new game mode.
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah. Yeah, I would assume they'll have an in-game leaderboard, like they do. They have a leaderboard for the overall um, count progression in a sense. So like you can go and see like where you are for your region or globally, like where you rank. So I think if they do something like that for the 1v1, I don't know how they would set the points up, but whatever. But like if you could go and say, oh, who's the number one player in the game? And it's not just because of their account; it's because they've won the most matches. That could really be a good thing too, because it could make the game overall more competitive. But I don't know if they're going to implement something like that. I hope they do. We'll see me down at the bottom.
No, I'll be in the bottom, not you.
I guess they would. What they'd probably have to do. They'd have to do it by different Like maybe they would organize it like they do for incursions, where your bracket for incursions is dependent on how many 6 stars or 5 stars or whatever you have.
Yep.
So they probably have to do something like that. But yeah, I think that has a lot of potential though, if they implement it well. If they implement it well and it's something that people want to participate in, it could be a really good thing.
Implementation, innovation, new game mode ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll ever see a live 1v1, but that would be I don't know how that would work. That'd be pretty interesting.
True. Yeah. This was a confusion which I had when I started doing the arenas. And I feel like, okay, there is someone on the other end is playing the arena as an opponent, but then I realized, okay, this is AI is playing.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I think everybody who starts a read that's what they think. They think they're playing against an actual other person.
yep, yep, yep. And then I actually, if you're playing against a real person, not the AI, it gives a different mindset. Like, okay, I should be playing good image and whatnot. And that's what I was going through. That okay, this guy is playing nice and very good. I'm taking the hits. Oh no! And once I realized, okay, this is AI. Nobody's watching. I can take that hit and get back up and get off this match. Yeah, then I feel more relaxed. Like, okay,
Yeah. No, it took me a while to. So the thing for me with Arena, when I first started and I thought I was playing against another person, so I always thought it was weird if I paused Arena that the other person would never unpause, and I was like, oh, they're so polite, and then I realized, oh, it's because it's not another person.
true, true.
So do you spend much time in Arena or not really?
No, not really. I mean, based on my roster, I use my maxed out champs, and just to build up to the multiplier, I use the unmaxed. And then, yeah, a bit of an hour or so with my
Okay.
4 star
Okay.
because yeah, the time which I spend most for the arenas is in summoner trials.
Okay.
And once I have a good length of roster, then I'll be spending more in basics. And to go for the featured one, it's like I have to wait for a year, I think.
Yeah, you need a pretty good 6 star roster before getting into the featured.
Yep. And this is the kind of a, I think one of the feature of this game is the timeline. I mean, when the player is jumping upon the game, when they have initiated playing this game, so you cannot beat the timeline versus somebody who is already playing for 6 years or 7 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's one thing.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that's why they made the changes recently to the earlier acts, was so that somebody just starting is able to progress quicker.
Yep.
So
Oh,
what are you
so
doing?
you are doing
Oh, go
summoner
ahead.
trials, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You're doing the summoner trials. Okay, okay.
yeah. So what are you doing currently? Are you just watching, or are you playing the game as well?
I am having my tea, just watching the stream, and
Okay,
yeah, pretty much ready for my work after an hour. So I'll be
okay,
doing that then.
okay. And you're a programmer, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a
Okay,
programmer, developer, and designer. Pretty
okay.
much mix.
Hmm. So we should be on the lookout for a new mobile game developed by Anim sometime soon.
I hope so, but it has a good length of learning curve. Uh, to dive into the graphics world of mathematics, especially, and then you
Hmm.
have the game. Yeah, regarding that game, I mean, I guess Kabam is also dependent upon the third party gaming engine, probably, but I don't know the details.
Hmm.
Yeah. So gaming engine really plays a critical role in any of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see how they can deal with that. Work at 1. I mean, I'm not able to sleep right now because I just started my day, not the day of the based on the sun. So yeah, I have to give my time to the company. So yeah, and luckily company is fine. You just have to give the time, not at exact or a particular time. So that's fine.
Okay. So where you live currently, is that where you were born, or did you move there as an adult?
Yeah, I moved there, but I was not born in West Bengal. I was
Okay.
born in the central part of India.
Okay.
I moved there. I moved to West Bengal, I mean. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just because I have never been to West Bengal. That's why I moved in.
Okay. Mm. So do you figure you'll be there for a while, or do you think you'd want to move somewhere else?
The company where I work, they are not in India, they are outside India. So I have some plans to move out there.
Okay.
Um, I'm yet to take my second shot, so I'm waiting for that.
Hmm.
And then hopefully things can get accelerated regarding the process of going out. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to that.
Hmm. So to like moving out as in leaving India.
Uh, moving out, as in, I missed that.
So like
Sorry.
you're planning to move away from India.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, away or going out. Not in a negative way, but yeah, for the work purpose, I will go out of India.
Right. Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not born in Mumbai, just in, I'm born in Chhattisgarh, if you happen to know that name of the state. So I'm born in the very central part of India. Yeah, till Feb, I'll be there, I think. But in the first quarter, I'm looking forward to go out.
Mhm.
Unity game engine. If that's the game engine, I'm sure they are delivering or releasing the new versions. I'm not sure whether they are releasing the new version for the mobile stuff. But yeah, Unity game engine is very popular.
Okay. So I've got about
Unity.
another 150 to do, and then I will be done for this session of Arena. Good. So, Justin, are you in the same area as Adam?
What's CNY? CNY stands for? I'm not sure.
So, do you celebrate Christmas or no?
Yeah, yeah. In India, Christmas, New Year, they.
Okay.
I mean, as much as as much opportunity we get to have a holiday, we take in India.
Fair enough.
Chinese New Year, Valentine Day, Christmas, just
Mhm.
bring it everything in India. We'll happy to celebrate that. Halloween also.
Very good. Oh, I ran right into that, didn't I?
Whoa.
Few kilometers away. Okay, very good.
I think this high PI rating of your champs of 4 star, I think this is powered by your mastery, I think, right?
Yeah,
Because I do
yeah,
not have that level yet.
yeah. No, it's because of suicides. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
see.
so that's one of the benefits too. So they're going to make your champions hit harder, so the fights are going to go quicker. But they also increase the hero rating, which means you. So to avoid difficult matches or death matches in arena, you want to have a certain team hero rating. Most people go off of like mixing and matching the ranks of champions, but it's not actually the rank. Like the rank of the champion doesn't matter. It's the hero rating. So as long as your team hero rating is above a certain number, you can avoid the death matches. So with running suicides, because your hero rating is going to be higher, it allows you to use more of your champions at lower ranks because their hero rating is going to be higher, and you can avoid the deathmatch. So you get more out of your roster in a sense.
Because yeah, now I see that you are running your rank 4 4 star champions. And this
Mm-hmm.
kind of rating I have with my rank 5 4 star. So
Yeah.
yeah, still long way to go for me in terms of
Mm-hmm.
masteries also.
Yeah. No, suicides are really beneficial for arena. Like they make the fights go faster, but they also increase the rating of your team, meaning you can use lower champions and still avoid the difficult matches.
Yeah, beware of this opponent. I'm forgetting the name. She can evade like anything,
Oh, Spider
and
Gwen.
that is
Yeah. Yeah,
Spider-Man. Yeah,
she can be pretty annoying. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of opponents in arena that can be can be annoying.
that evade thing. I mean, out of nowhere, that evade trick triggers, and I miss the hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then they come at you.
Yep. They make you pay for it. Yep.
What is CNY? Can you tell me, Sola, what is CNY?
Uh,
Canada
Chinese New Year.
Chinese New. Okay. Yeah, it's. I think it's around the corner in January, first week of February, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole China goes for a month of holiday, and our silicon chip industry just sits there for the holiday then.
Yeah. I heard Chinese New Year's also. Um, I don't think it's like it's not a national holiday, but I think like for the Chinese community, yeah, they might like some of their businesses and stuff might close or have different hours during it. But um, I don't think like the only observed holidays in Canada where things are closed or you get paid overtime are Christian based holidays. So like Christmas, Easter. Then we have Remembrance Day, which is next week, 11th of November. Um, and then there are some specific things that are different from province to province. There's, I think, the only one, yeah, there's a couple. And then there's Family Day, which every province has, but different provinces observe it at different times. But yeah, I don't think that we have any other religious holidays that are observed, like observed as in, um, uh, like things are closed and stuff. I think the only ones are Christian ones.
I see.
And I think it's Christmas Day. I think it's Christmas Day. Maybe Christmas Day and New Year's Day, where pretty much everything is closed. Like the stores are closed, transit isn't running. It's only one day. It's only 1 or 2 days a year, though. It's so weird though because yeah, like the stores are closed, so there's no traffic. There's no noise pollution because you don't have the vehicles. So it's quite different. Do they pay for Valentine's Day? No, because Valentine's Day is not an actual holiday. That's
Well, we
a
get paid for Valentine Day over here actually. We take the vacation or the day off and we get paid.
okay. Yeah, that's just a candy holiday here. But so what do we got? We got July 1st is Canada Day. August, I don't think there's anything for August. September, there's something in September. October is Thanksgiving. November is Remembrance Day. December, Christmas. January, New Year's. February, nothing other than Valentine's Day. March or April, somewhere in there is Easter. May, I think, is Queen Victoria. June
Okay.
is nothing. I don't think there's anything in June. Other than my birthday. My birthday in June is obviously celebrated, of course. But other than
Whoa. Oh, that's so we do share the same month. Okay.
that. Okay. When in June is your birthday?
3rd June.
3rd? Okay. Mine is the 12th.
Oh. But yeah,
And
Canada and America, I think, do share a good amount of holidays and occasions. I think
yeah,
um,
yeah. Yeah. Well, I
that's
mean, we,
nice.
we we both have the same origin, right? Like, we as countries started off from the British Empire, basically. Okie dokie. Well, we are got one more match, and that is that for this arena craziness.
Okay. Clear. Then I would drop and definitely will be lurking on your stream,
All right.
and I'll catch you again on your next stream.
All
But I'll
right.
be there in the chat anyways till you end it.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out in voice chat. It's good to chat with you. We'll do it another time.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. So,
Okay then. Bye bye.
all right, have a good one. Your birthday's in June as well, Justin. Damn. Okay. June is a well, no. I suppose 9 months prior was a popular time. All right, let's see what we got going here. Nobody on the Twitch side. Only Shadow on the YouTube side. Okay. So let me see here. Ooh, let's get the music going so it's not that you're just listening to me because that would not be so good. uh, um. Okay, cool. So yeah, Shadow is streaming. Let's head on over there with the usual. And there is the URL to his channel. That's not the URL to the specific stream, but from there you'll find the stream. But yeah, that is it for me, Mr. Adam. Thanks for coming, hanging out on Voice. It was good to chat with you. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.